Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Alchemy League Season 3. Casting with Cookie Pirate. I started to say Microsoft Flight Simulator, because that's the majority of what I do. So it's kind of tough to break that habit. But yeah, welcome to Alchemy League Season 3, Age of Empires 2, casting with Cookie Pirate. Today, we've got Round 4, featuring ALIKOG versus Jasuni. Got two exciting games for you all here. We'll go ahead and pull up the capture age view. We're going to roll right into it here. Been a little while since I've been able to do a cast. But it is good to be back. So, real quick overview. This is Libadi, which is the map of the round for round 4. It's based on, I believe, Ensemble Studios' Prairie map, if I'm not mistaken. On the left, we have ALIKOG in blue playing as the Romans, and on the right, we have Jasuni in gray playing as the Saracens. Here we go. Two houses going down, and loom right away for Jasuni as well. Two houses going down, so it looks like a pretty standard start. The really tricky thing about this map is it makes Arabia look sheltered. This map is so wide open. It's very difficult to wall because there's really nothing in the front to provide any line of defense. And I think that's part of why it is so difficult. It's extremely aggressive. Even by open map standards, this map is ridiculously aggressive. Alright, so with the Romans, I think we're gonna see, a lean into infantry. Saracens would often go camels. I think there's a couple options there. I'm not gonna speculate too much. You know, when you have sports or esport casting, there's generally two kinds of casters. There's the play-by-play, and there are the color commentators, which kind of give the background and the knowledge, whereas the play-by-play just reports what's going on. And I'm definitely more of the play-by-play. So I kind of rely on you all to comment or chat and tell me what you all are thinking, what you're anticipating, because that's where I do not excel. And so I kind of rely on people who know more about the game. But this is an interesting map. I mean, you have the very open plateau, some rocky terrain, forests to the sides and to the back, and then you do have these four very, very small, almost lakes, where there are some fish there. Take it those were... Yeah, those I'm pretty sure were the goats. I was pushing in a couple deer there. That could have been a deer there that he pushed. I was looking at it. So ALIKOG is taking his deer, and it looks like Jasuni is still taking sheep. I've got some foraging. So, one thing to note on all of these Greek maps, there's a unique scout, and it is the Heavy Swordsman. Looks like a hoplite. The Heavy Swordsman replaces the traditional scout, so they can use the Heavy Swordsman to scout out, push deer, etc. Seeing something belonging to blue down here, and I'm missing where it might be located. I'm not sure. Wonder if that's some sort of an error or something. Or if I'm just totally... Oh no, here it is! That explains it. His heavy swordsman was completely hidden behind the pillar. Like, completely hidden. And I don't know if that was just coincidental, or if that was intentional, but usually you would see a silhouette. That was like a clever hide tactic, perhaps, if it was intentional. But here comes the heavy swordsman, and ALIKOG is already clicked up to feudal. Didn't stand a chance. He wandered under the TC and only took 2 volleys of arrows to kill him. Alright, but we do have a barracks going down. So for the Romans, I'm guessing you might be able to see a man-at-arms rush. Could be something different. He's going up on 19 pop. Jasuni's 24, still hasn't clicked up, and he's still a bit short on food to go up, but it leads me to believe that he's going probably more of a fast castle approach. However, with how unsecure the front is and difficult to wall off, that may not be a particularly good strategy on this map, but I don't know. I don't know what Jasuni has planned. 3 miners coming over here going to gold. He has clicked up to feudal now, but ALIKOG is up into feudal about 1.5 minutes before Jasuni will be, so that could pose a real problem for Jasuni. Now, if Jasuni can make it into castle, that might be a huge advantage for him over ALIKOG. Did I hear a... No, I don't know. So ALIKOG pushing deer. And Jasuni is just going back and hunting them. Carrying the food back over to the town center. Okay, Jasuni has hit feudal. So both players are up into feudal. 23, 25. Don't see any military buildings so far. Look at this. This is a pretty forward mill. ALIKOG looks like he's moved forward on these deer. That, I mean, I would consider them neutral, considering they're in pretty much the center of the map. But that is a pretty far forward building that could give ALIKOG a head foot start. I guess I don't know what you call it exactly. To put down military buildings after they finish taking these deer. But take a look here. You already have 2 militia. They're not upgraded to man-at-arms yet, but yep, here they come. Nope, they're backing up. Thought they were gonna go for the gold miners here. Jasuni's heavy swordsman is standing right here at the edge of the town center arrow flyer. ALIKOG's hunter is under attack. Look at this, it's a heavy swordsman, and has come over to tried to attack these villagers and got one of them down to below half health, but ALIKOG was able to fight them off. So Jasuni loses his heavy swordsman. So both players have lost a heavy swordsman. Attack chariot, me wants cookie, welcome. But here you go, now they're man-at-arms. And yeah, these gold miners are in a bit of trouble. Is there any handicap here? I believe there is. I don't remember how much. I think... I know that a number of matches have 5% handicap. I'm pretty sure these are lower seed, so I believe the handicap would be in effect, but I did not look at the table that indicates how much. I can check real quick, but that would tab me out of the game again. Oh yeah, looks like Jasuni's retreating to his town center, but yeah, he's having to pull them back. ALIKOG actually did lose a villager. I did not see it happen, but yeah, no, he's got archers. He's got a good, or Jasuni has a good mass of archers over here. So I must have had one go down over there. Oh, you just checked? Yeah, so how much? Jasuni has 5%. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't certain. So yeah, that is good to note, that Jasuni does have a 5% handicap due to the difference in elo between these two players. Wait a minute. Take a look at this right here. Oh, yikes. So ALIKOG's got his men-at-arms, and heavy swordsman, and he's trying to hack away at some villagers. And all of these are just idle. They're trying to retreat to the town center, but they just stopped somehow. Jasuni does love Saracen archers. I do remember a previous game he did that. But yeah, ALIKOG with 3 villager kills. So both players do have some feudal aggression, but ALIKOG is the upper hand right now in that regard. The scores, Jasuni actually has a higher score. I'll take a look at this. He's got 45, and ALIKOG is housed at 35. So I think Jasuni's unit production is a little bit higher, which is kind of helping him with the score. But ALIKOG with more eco kills has done more disruption, which kind of balances that out a bit. Here come some villagers. Yep, Jasuni got 2 more villagers of ALIKOG's. And now the archers are going to be firing upon. Yep, there goes one. There goes a second. And yeah, they're pulling back. But now the archers are coming forward to try to do some more damage. But they're coming back. Take a look, there's a watchtower on this gold. It's kind of interesting there. So both players do have 3 eco kills, but ALIKOG has lost a lot of military units all of a sudden. Likely trying to disrupt Jasuni's eco up here. Oh, hold on, that building actually went down to the archer arrow fire. A little bit surprising there, but take a look over here. There's more aggression. There's a man-at-arms, but the villagers are surrounding him, and he's retreating, so the villagers get to go back and mine gold, like the happy miners that they are. ALIKOG has collected up the castle. Jasuni is not even close, doesn't have anywhere near the food needed. He does have the 2 buildings, and I was gonna say he has the gold, although he just spent about half of it. Looks like the archers are actually destroying these buildings. It's actually kind of entertaining. This is important to note. Take a look here. Jasuni has the blacksmith upgrades for his archers, which is good. ALIKOG has scale mail armor, probably for his men-at-arms. He does not have the attack upgrade, however. When it comes to eco, both players have double bit axe, but only ALIKOG has horse collar for his farms. Jasuni is not really invested into farming, though, because archers require gold and wood, as opposed to gold and food for the men-at-arms. So kind of different resource allocation there. Looks like an archer has gone down. Probably gonna lose a couple more to the... Yep. To the Watchtower Airfire. ALIKOG garrisoning. And yeah, they're starting to take out a couple of these archers here. Men-at-Arms coming over to hack down a few of the archers. And he's having a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have the upgraded attack. ALIKOG has hit castle. He is getting... So he's long swordsman and chainmail armor, but still no attack upgrades, even the feudal attack upgrades. These archers over here just... Man. Taking care of some of these buildings. Meanwhile, over here, heavy swordsman disrupting the gold... Or not heavy swordsman, sorry, long swordsman disrupting the gold income. So the villagers having to retreat. The heavy swordsman goes down. So the long swordsman is able to hack away at that a little bit more, but he's probably gonna go down to that arrow fire. Just not making any attempt to get out of there. Mill is burning. Take a look at all these forward buildings that Jasuni has made. It's impressive. And Jasuni's the lower elo player. Keep that in mind. Now, remember, he does have the 5% handicap. ALIKOG kind of setting up his camp a little bit further down here, and I don't know if Jasuni has discovered it. We can look and see. No, he is not. Or, well, if he has, he does not see it. No. So that's a safe. That's a good move by ALIKOG, coming up down here to a safe position to kind of secure some wood. He's also got a relic right here. He does have this idle villager though, kind of standing around. Could be put to work. If you take a look at the idle eco time, it's pretty high for both players, about 11 to 12%. And you just look at all the military action going on. There's been so much eco disruption. And a lot of idle TC time for both players as well. Now this is where Jasuni needs to be careful. He has not been able to strike a death blow to ALIKOG. And ALIKOG is up in the castle, and Jasuni's not anywhere close to clicking up. He's really heavily invested into these archers, and with ALIKOG advancing through the ages, he's already up into castle, and Jasuni's kind of going to lose the initiative if he doesn't get moving up pretty quick. Now, he does have a large amount of archers that are able to do a lot of damage, but he's really got to move and press and seal the game before ALIKOG is able to move far enough ahead to where he can effectively counter all of these archers. Kind of tough to tech into right now, but skirmishers would take care of this. Or some siege. Archers are going down. Take a look at the kill to death, 36 to 21. And Jasuni's on the low end of that, but still 21 kills in the feudal. And I think a lot of it is defensive posturing that ALIKOG is getting these kills. Just because look at how forward Jasuni's buildings are. I mean, look at all these archery ranges right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there, 5. So forward. So ALIKOG is mounting a good defense, but he is kind of on the back foot. And I mean, just look at the farms. I mean, his town center right here is effectively shut down. And I mean, look at this massive archers over here. Here's the other town center that has been shut down, although he is kind of chipping away at the archer numbers. Gone up to 41 kills. So that's 5 in just the last few seconds that he's been able to take out. However, at a major economic cost. Just look at all these archers. Just melting this barracks. Wow. Yeah, out they go. Gold miners coming over. That was not a good idea taking them out of there. He's trying to get on the gold, but Yeah, they're in the archer's range. And Jasuni is showing some pretty decent micro of keeping his archers outside of the town center fire. 39 right here. Make that 40, 41, 42, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 47 archers on the map right now, I think. No, 53. Okay, so there's a few more that I can't even see. I mean, that's a massive amount of archers. It's totally invested into feudal. And he does have a very commanding score load. So, you know how I was saying that ALIKOG could seize the initiative, being far more advanced? I think Jasuni may have actually put so much pressure on him that he really can't. So I may stand corrected here. It's Jasuni's massive archers has just wreaked so much havoc. ALIKOG needs a safe place to hide and take res. Maybe he needs a mangonel. That could turn it around. I fully agree with you. Yeah, I think teching into siege is really the answer here. But he just doesn't have the eco output. 516 wood, 35 food, and he's just not bringing in enough of it. And look at that fell right there. Look here, I mean, ALIKOG certainly is trying to bring the war back home with these, are they long? Yeah, long swordsmen. But he's just not really able to effectively put a dent in all of this. I mean, Jasuni's 100% in too. Look at all of this. Right here. I mean, his eco is... yeah, 15 garrisoned there. His eco is 100% idle. I mean, he doesn't have a single villager working right now. I mean, he's 120% all in on this military aggression. But I think it's paying off. But look at this here. ALIKOG somewhere is getting stone. And I'm trying to locate where that would be. Right here. Right here. Oh, and this is risky too, because look how close he is to these archery ranges. Now, that said, Jasuni is not producing units because he doesn't have an eco sustained right now. I don't know when Jasuni last made a villager this game. I don't either. I don't either. But he is taking stone, and if he gets enough stone where he can put a castle up, that could change the tide. I don't know if it will be enough to swing the battle, but it'll certainly help his cause. Now, look at that. There's a castle going right there. I don't think they're going to be able to get this up. The archers are camping it too well. He's doing everything he can to, you know what? Yep. I mean, all he's got to do is garrison to get those archers taken out. But he is in a tough position. This is going to be tough to put up, especially with just this number of villagers. I don't know. Yeah, and here come this massive archers. Yeah, I don't think this is going up at this point. He's closing in on it. Yeah. I really don't know. I mean, these archers are able to just take these villagers out pretty easily. Yeah, the castle does nothing for him. What I would do is probably put it somewhere over here where you could at least secure some resources, rebuild, and maybe kind of flank around to the side here. I mean, you aren't really going to get any advantage by coming in and raiding Jasuni's base. I mean, you could. You could in this aspect. He is still in feudal age. He loses that town center, he can't build anymore. Which would be a death knell to getting any sort of eco production in case he did lose any of these forward archers. But yeah, I agree. That castle isn't really going to do much. It doesn't secure any resources like you said, but he is desperate, yes. The castle does go up. And that actually may start put a little bit of a dent in some of these archers. Yeah, 2. Less than I thought. Yeah, his market's gonna go down. That's of little real value. But can he safe it up enough to be able to kind of come up with some sort of siege or something? I don't know. I think both players are too heavily invested, but look at this. Jasuni's back on resources. Villagers coming out for gold. I did see the wood count. Yeah, ALIKOG's still coming over here with these long swordsmen, trying to do some disruption. But take a look at this: 77 kills to deaths, and ALIKOG is closing the score gap a little bit. No, he does have working villagers. He didn't for a long time there, but he did put them back out on some resources. That, I can't see it's covered up by the symbol, is more important than you think. Oh, the market. Oh, to be able to buy and click up and etc. Yeah, market manipulation. Yeah. Excuse me, that is true. I hear. Oh yeah. The heavy swordsman, or heavy long swordsman, coming over to take care of these archery ranges. ALIKOG going back on stone. This isn't over. It isn't over. Oh, here come the archers though to deal with. Oh, this could be a bit of a problem. Yeah. Yep, that is a bit of a problem. Actually, it could be a real serious problem. For ALIKOG, is basically his ego has otherwise been almost completely shut down. Really needs to come up with something to take care of these archers, and buildings are just not gonna do it. I think it's gonna take. I don't even think skirmishers are gonna do it. He's not teched into skirmishers. It's gonna be siege, I think. The answer is gonna be siege. And if he can't create siege, he's gonna be on the back foot pretty much the entire time, and I don't really see. I mean, he's certainly doing everything he can to delay defeat, but I really don't see a path to flipping the match and getting the victory back. Oh, look at this, the sneak attack. Oh, he's onto it! Yeah, but he's just not going to stand a chance there, but he's got these other archers right here. Some others, and these moving up. He's kind of got them cornered. Almost. I mean, they can retreat to the safety of the castle, and they do. In that case there. Yeah, I don't know. I really do not see how ALIKOG can turn this around and win it. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't know. I don't see it happening. Nope, yep, there we go. He calls a GG. Look at the most created. Jasuni created 97 archers and never even clicked up to castle. And, that was really impressive. And ALIKOG with 19 long swordsmen. That was his most created unit here. But just take a look at this. Idle town center time, 49 minutes for ALIKOG, 32 for Jasuni. And their idle eco, I don't think I've ever seen a match where both players had over 25% idle eco. That was crazy. Yes, Tech GG. Yeah, that was a very entertaining first match. 47 minutes. That's a fairly lengthy first game. Pretty impressive, especially on a map that is this wide open. was kind of surprised. I was impressed. That was an entertaining match for sure. ALIKOG just needed some siege. Yes, that's right. But I don't think he had the resources to invest in it. Take a look at statistics here, and yeah, you can just see the population. Jasuni's military made up half of the entire world population, so to speak. Look at the military scores, though. They were relatively close. Actually, ALIKOG had a 70-point higher score in the military field. Telling, though, Jasuni had triple the eco score. Technology was close. He also had one castle. Of course, Jasuni had none because he never left the feudal age. Almost a 2-to-1 kill to death. And Jasuni, on the reverse, had an 8-to-1 race to destruction ratio. Which is kind of interesting. Look at the army high, 62 compared to 7. And that kind of explains it. But the kill-to-death ratio is interesting, because ALIKOG was on the defensive, but he was able to chip away at so many of the archers that Jasuni was producing, but he just wasn't able to put them down fast enough. I don't think I've ever seen this. I don't think I have ever seen... I mean, even for one player, but let alone both players, where their economy graphs just get completely flat. I mean, it's completely flat. You'll see them taper off and then pick up a little bit, or kind of come up, and then toward defeat they start to plateau a bit. But I mean, they are completely flat here for a notable period of time. Jasuni collects more wood, he collects way more gold. ALIKOG collects more food, of course, because Jasuni doesn't need food because archers are golden wood and stone. I'm actually surprised that Jasuni produced 20 stone. Or collected 20 stone, I'm not really sure what for. ALIKOG beat Jasuni by a minute and a half into feudal age. And of course, he made it to castle and Jasuni never clicked up. Look at the exploration though. So this is really, just looking at the stats doesn't tell you the story of the match. It's really fascinating how this one played out. Alright, let me get the second game pulled up real quick here. I'll bring that screen back up. Kind of an abrupt end to that song. Anyway, yeah, we're ready to switch back into Capture Age. Here we go, second map. Nomades. Nomades was made by BP Dredge, I believe. I also forgot to give credit to Tech Chariot for the first map, but Tech Chariot made all the maps except for this one. But I think he did help in part on this map, and then Q Philip made Olympos. Tech says, I will need your help making a banner for Alchemy League Season 4, you bet! Yes. Yes, I'll be happy to help for that. This is a nice generation look at the lake. Yeah, kind of the inland sea, kind of tucked back over here. That is really interesting. Alright, so Nomades. We have Jasuni playing as the Italians in red, and his starting units are right here. And ALIKOG again in blue as the Turks over... Well, here's one of them. I don't see... Here he is. Yeah, right there in blue. Alright, here we go. Get the game rolling. And hold on a second. I don't know why the scoreboard was disabled. I didn't even notice that. I need to give Jasuni the first win. There we go. I didn't even notice that. For some odd reason, that did not enable. But yeah, really interesting generation of the map here. You get water on 3 sides, and then you have kind of this inland lake. Actually, and this is a beautiful map. I really like the appearance here. So you get these ox carts, and you delete your ox cart, and you produce a town center when you drop the villagers, and then you drop an ox. And look at that position right here. This is a really good position for Jasuni. Berries, trees, you're not far from the coast, you're right by some deer, good on stone. The only thing is gold, and he's not too far away from gold. He's got some here, he's got some there. I really like this position for ALIKOG. Trees, gold, berries. Ocean isn't far away. Stone is very close, and he also has access to this lake with fish. So both players are going to have access to water. ALIKOG gets a slight advantage in that he will have access to this lake and to the open ocean out around. Jasuni has access to the water and should pretty much be unimpeded all the way up this way. But yeah, I really like the appearance of this map. It is beautiful. You get the Mediterranean style trees and the mixture of dirt and grass and the beach and I believe azure water. You're kind of along the edge. Gives a really good kind of a warm, sunny Mediterranean, not tropical, but coastal, yeah, Mediterranean coastal climate. That is so commonly associated with Greece. So Jasuni putting a dock down right away. ALIKOG over here also dropping a dock. There's the hoplite, or heavy swordsman. I keep calling them hoplites, that's what they look like. And the hoplite is a unit, I think in AoE 1. There's Loom. I did not see if ALIKOG picked up Loom. If he did, I missed it, and if he didn't, well, he didn't. So yeah, I think we're going to need quite a few houses with, excuse me, the activity on the water here. This is a good position for the dock. There's a decent number of fish kind of up in here that he can basically seal off. And then he has access all the way down here. Jasuni, I think, is able to secure the water a little bit more on this side here. Oh, if he... yeah, click on the villager to see if he has 40 HP. He got Loom.
Aimed it?
He does, yes, so he did get Loom. Okay, thank you for that. Look at just this mass of sheep. Jasuni is stockpiling sheep. And really interesting here is one that ALIKOG has control of, that he could actually seize control of. Yeah, look at that. It's the heavy swordsman coming around to explore, maybe try to take this sheep. Yep, he got control of it. Jasuni's probably gonna... yeah, he's gonna send it back to his base to the stockpile. There are a lot of sheep currently under ALIKOG's control, just from scouting out. But he isn't moving. Alright, well he has taken 2 boars. Heavy swordsman is under attack. Oh, up here. Yeah, probably passed through the town center fire ring. There's another sheep that Jasuni has claimed control of, but here comes ALIKOG's heavy swordsman. And I'm curious if we're gonna have the heavy swordsman swordsmen duke it out. I guess not. Interesting. A decent fishing eco over here. He's got the 3 fishing ships and then the villager cast netting the shore fish here. Jasuni himself has 6 fishing ships. I mean, just look at all the stockpile of food. I mean, look at these berries. All of these sheep piled up, plus the ox. The deer were right here also. I forgot to mention that. He's got access to a boar right there, a boar right there, and good control of fish. I don't think food is going to be any bit of an issue for Jasuni. I don't think it's really going to be an issue for either player. But here you go. ALIKOG has clicked up, and Jasuni is still missing 1 building, and he almost has the food needed. He's going to have to put down another building somewhere. And yeah, that's going to be it right there, the mining camp. And yep, that goes down. Now he can queue up. It's probably producing. Yeah, oh yeah, the villager. Okay, now feudal age queues up. So we're looking here. Jasuni clicking up on 30. And ALIKOG has 24. So on this map, this is kind of interesting. Turks, gunpowder. Can't really do fast Imperial on this map. I mean, I guess you kind of can, but that's pretty risky. But making it up into castle pretty quick should be okay. ALIKOG has hit feudal. Jasuni with about another 35 seconds to go. Italians, I mean, you've got options. You've got the Condottieros, you've got the Genoese crossbowmen. Of course, naval is an option for both civs. Alright, Jasuni has hit feudal. So I'm kind of interested to see what is going to happen here. Any water aggression? I've not seen any so far. There's a dock. Here is a fire galley. But so far I have not. Take a look at this. Jasuni's got a fishing ship that made its way all the way up here. ALIKOG is producing fire galleys, and he's sailing them down, but to date there's been no military activity other than, I think, the town center here firing a few arrows at Jasuni's heavy swordsman scout. But it looks like that may change here. Heavy swordsman is under attack, and I'm looking to see where that is happening. Look at all the fishing ships right up here. And yeah, look at that. These fire galleys are just kind of sitting here. I wonder if he's waiting to mass them up, hoping that Jasuni doesn't see them so he can attack in force, and maybe he's just using these kinda... No. No. I was gonna say maybe he's using him for reconnaissance purposes. Oh, but look at this! Jasuni has a fire galley of his own, and he's... ALIKOG is moving in to take care of the fire galley. He saw that and he's like, alright, now it's time to act. Of course, that's gonna lose the fight. Fishing ships might be trying to get out of there the way they can. Yep, fire galley goes down, so ALIKOG is able to start wreaking havoc on some of these fishing ships. The first one goes down, the second one goes down, the third one goes down. But Jasuni has hit castle. Jasuni has hit castle about close to a minute before ALIKOG will have. But Jasuni's also lost 5 fishing ships. And here come ALIKOG's fire galleys to move in. Oh, take a look at this. War galleys. Now we're getting some war galleys. And I haven't seen any galleys on the map. So I wonder if he's just going to advance into those. Kind of in conjunction with any sort of move into archery on land. Yeah, there's fledging. So that's going to give the galleys more range. And yeah, Jasuni is going to have a little bit of a leg up on the water now. War galley for ALIKOG though, so he's doing the same things. It's going to balance out. ALIKOG's got this fire galley over here on Jasuni's one fishing ship that managed to make its way out here in ALIKOG's exclusive economic waters. Oh man. Gotta love geopolitical terms. Oh, now we've got fire ships, yes! Oh, yay. Oh wow, both players building these town... Nope. Nope, Jasuni's building a town center. ALIKOG getting a castle up. Wow. This is a pretty aggressive castle. And yeah, I think this is going to go up unimpeded. And I don't think Jasuni knows it's... No, he doesn't. I don't think Jasuni knows... Yeah, he doesn't know that that castle's there. That's going to be a rude awakening. There's the castle. He did get this town center up, though, and that's right on this stone and not far from... Well, not far from the wood, but the problem is... Oh, yeah. Well, he knows now. He knows now. The problem is the wood has been secured by this castle, so... The value of Jasuni putting the town center here has been cut in half. He still gets access to the gold, but he's been taken off this wood and he has to go a little further over to here. Or that... Oh! It just kind of disappeared and reappeared, the heavy swordsman there. ALIKOG has Janissaries out, and Jasuni trying to get this castle up. And the Janissaries are... not causing these villagers a hard time, but this castle is going to go up, I'm pretty sure. It's costing him a couple villagers here, but just take a look at this. Jasuni's lost 11 eco units. Castle does go up. The Janissaries are just firing at that, but here's the Genoese crossbowman. Now, that's not a fight that Genoese crossbowman's going to win, though. So, I don't know. Oh. Make it 12. A villager went down and a Janissary went down. Here's a watchtower. Just trying to help maybe secure some of this gold and stone. But there's only so much that watchtower is going to do. Janissary coming over. Yeah.
Evet.
Interested to see what's going on over here. ALIKOG building another castle right here. Wow, that's very aggressive, but it takes this town center out of action. Oh, look at this. Are we gonna have... No? Oh, yes, we are! We've got the villagers fighting the villagers to try to deny this castle. Oh, that's funny. That castle's going up, though, because ALIKOG is backing it up with some Janissaries. Oh, man. Yikes. And the villagers are coming over to fight and take down the castle, but the Janissaries are making easy work of them. That is 20 eco units that Jasuni has lost, and ALIKOG has lost 1. That's a big fight. That's an interesting fight, too. They'll fight to prevent a castle. Here's the university for Jasuni. And these... Yes, he did. He actually did upgrade these to guard towers. You don't see that often. I do like the move to guard tower, however, that is, I think, more effective if you're going to be defending the coast. Inland, I don't see as much of a value to that. Oh, villagers actually did take out that that Janissary. 2 castle to 1 castle. Yep. Town center is effectively removed from play. The 2 castles right here. Jasuni has the 1. Interesting choice to upgrade to guard towers, though. I do like that. I think upgrading to guard towers and then keep in Imperial Age can be... is kind of an underrated and undervalued move, but... And keep in mind, I don't really play the game, so I have a limited understanding of all the mechanics and the strategies and stuff. But it seems because towers are so effective along the coast where they can really do a lot of damage to ships with heated shot and stuff like that, that the towers are a little bit, I don't want to say less useful, but less worth upgrading if they're all built inland. Like this right here is a really good position, in my opinion. He needs to get murder holes, though. Really needs to get murder holes so he can attack these. Yeah, there he goes. He got them. So look at this here. ALIKOG has clicked to Imperial. Not yet from Jasuni. He doesn't even have the food or the gold to go up. And yeah, look at the military composition. Jasuni has 0 and ALIKOG has 10. And he also has about almost a 50% larger villager count. So in this game, ALIKOG definitely does have the initiative. Interested to see kind of how this is gonna go. Haven't really seen much of the fight on water as we were kind of focused on what was going on inland. Getting a little, excuse me, a little tongue twisted here. But yeah, I mean, ALIKOG has complete control of the water. Jasuni doesn't have a single naval unit. ALIKOG has hit Imperial, and I don't know what Jasuni is going to do to this. He's not close to clicking up. And Turks in Imperial is very difficult to stop. Not impossible, but very difficult, especially coming from behind. So well, look at this. Jasuni got another castle up, but I don't know what this really contests. Well, it secures this stone, and it does secure some wood. The problem is, ALIKOG is trebuchets and is going to be able to take this castle down, and probably this one relatively rapidly. And then any protection that the castle is providing to these villagers on the stone and wood lines are basically removed at that point. And Jasuni building forward into where these two castles and masses of Janissaries and a siege workshop are is gonna be very tough to be able to pull anything off. Jasuni is in serious trouble. I agree with you, Tech. I don't know how Jasuni is gonna be able to get ahead. I mean, there's a 1200 point difference in the score. Take a look here too. Idle TC time is pretty similar, but unlike the last game where they were pretty close, the idle eco for Jasuni is almost triple what ALIKOG's is. And also look at the kill to death, 32 to 10, but also 24 to 1 eco. Yeah, trebuchets. I mean, Jasuni's frantically trying to keep this castle in play, and he's doing a decent job of it so far, but the trebuchets plus you've got 2 bombard cannons here. It's not going to stay in play for long. That's going to go down. He is getting the upper hand on it at this point. I think this castle goes down and this one gets threatened. I think Jasuni will call it. Look at this, no armor. Or no, I'm sorry, no attack upgrades, but all the armor upgrades for ALIKOG. And on the other hand, Jasuni has Bodkin Arrow for his Genoese crossbowman that he really isn't even able to produce. Got that castle goes down. Villagers are fleeing into the safety of this castle here, but all the trebuchets and the bombard cannons are going to do are just move forward and take this one down. So, I really don't see. And rather than move to the castle, I mean, all of this is pretty unprotected, so he could just push this direction and threaten Jasuni's basically home base, so to speak. Town center goes down with ease. Oh, that's a war crime. He's bombard cannoning the villagers. Oh man. Now he's frantically trying to repair this castle, and it's gonna drop. It's just, he's throwing too much at it. Battering rams, I mean, they're not gonna be able to get to anything. These things are just gonna get cut down. That is funny, he's actually using the battering rams to take down the trebuchets, but he got one of them down to half. The bombard cannons and then the Janissaries weren't doing much, but the bombard cannons were just flattening those. Jasuni has clicked up to Imperial. He is housed. Siege Workshop goes down. All of this is exposed. I don't see what Jasuni can do here. It was a nice try, yes. Yep. The Rams are better than they look, that is true. But I think ALIKOG just had an answer for it in time. So it was a good effort, and with no other really good options, I mean, he did what he tried to do what he could, but it just didn't succeed. And ALIKOG making easy work of cleaning up Jasuni's base here. This is all going down. And Jasuni calls the GG right there. Game is over in 41 minutes. So 2 decent duration games. Jasuni's max, or most produced unit, 4 fire ships. Interesting. 29 Janissaries for ALIKOG. And if we look at the final stats, 38 to 1 was the eco kill to death, 50 to 14 overall. You look at the idle TC time, ALIKOG actually had more. But you look at the idle eco time, Jasuni had triple and a half what ALIKOG did. Yes, GG indeed. We will give that win to ALIKOG. So the set is 1-1. The great thing that I'm seeing in Season 3 here is that so many of these matchups are going 1-1. To quote Smokey, oof. Yep. I was gonna make a Smokey the Bear joke. Only you can prevent. But yeah, this is super. We're seeing so many matchups ending 1-1, which is really great. With this, both players are earning progress points in the league, which helps. Kind of a nice even playing field is what we like to see. Keep in mind too, Jasuni did have 5% handicap. So there's more than a 200 elo difference. I don't remember exactly how much, but it was substantial enough to where a handicap is warranted. And both players have fought quite well given the circumstances. Let's take a look at the statistics here real quick. Overall score, ALIKOG had, quadruple the military score that Jasuni did, 5 times just about the eco score, and a little bit higher on technology, and they had the same number of castles overall. But yeah, right there, over double the total. Military, this spells it out right here, 50-14. Jasuni did not have a single building raised. ALIKOG took all of the building raises, and he never lost one of them. So, very commanding military activity by ALIKOG. If you take a look at the eco also, a bit higher for ALIKOG, but Jasuni actually had more wood, more food, and more stone. Just look at the difference in gold. And this could have spelled it. Jasuni just never was really able to secure gold. Heck, I have picked out 4 jobs to apply to. Best of luck on all 4 of them, man. Neither player went for the relics. I don't think in either game. ALIKOG with the better feudal time, Jasuni with the better castle time, and ALIKOG taking Imperial, and Jasuni never did reach it. He did click up, but he did not get to Imperial before the game was over. And Exploration was slightly higher for ALIKOG as well. And the Research pretty close. Society, I think I may have skipped that in the first game. As you can see here, the Villager max, Fishing Ship max. Both players had 2 castles at, total over the course of the game. So here we go, folks. Again, the set is 1-1. That's going to do it for this cast here. So I hope you all enjoyed. Well done to Jasuni and ALIKOG, both for winning a game each in their set. Hope you enjoyed the matchup. Best of luck to all the players in Alchemy League Season 3. I look forward to doing some more casting. Go check out Tech Chariot. He's got some great games casted. Hasn't done a few in a bit because he's had a lot going on. He and I are both busy prepping for Alchemy League Season 4, which is going to be even better than 3. Always striving to be better than the last, no matter how good the current one is. So yeah, go check him out. Hopefully he'll get to some casting here soon. And I'll probably come on cast some more, maybe do another set tomorrow, but we'll see. Zach, thank you so much. Very entertaining. I try. Alright, folks. Well, that's going to do it for this one. You all take it easy. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see ya.